How we doing this evening? Jay, do you need me to call you when I'm done? All right, let's get our book. It's Transmission Tuesdays. It's our quiet day. It's the day I usually just come on and read, and I hop right off unless you guys have questions. This is the day I usually let y'all do Transformation Tuesday questions. You can ask me any questions about weight loss and wellness. I'll wait. Yeah, I appreciate that. My heart in the right place. It's gonna happen. Yep, it's gonna happen. It's okay. It's sometimes you're gonna be able to make it. Sometimes you're not. That's why the program is 6 months long. So it's okay. I'm definitely gonna be a life client if you allow. Oh my gosh. I don't know why y'all come in these TikToks and confess y'all our lifelong marriage. Y'all don't want to do that in private when it's just me and you. Hmm. Now you sound like Tamisha, Mona, Katrina, Mashonda, Kay. You sound like them, Ashley. That's what you sound like. You sound like your sisters. I got one client, and when her contract's about to expire, she rewrites her own contract. She can't do that. But she rewrites it and sends it to me a month before her contract expires. And she tells me to fill out my contract so I can hire her as a client. Even though she's being silly, she's not. She's serious because she's taken her trauma journey really serious because it's helped her heal a lot of trauma. You are more than welcome and it is allowed. You already been following me for 17,853 years, so you're welcome to the family. You ain't even new. I don't even know why we treated you like you was new. You're not even new. You like being here, high queen. Okay, you want to get you some protein? Okay. Yeah, Ashley, you've been here for like 80 years. You're not new. So I don't even know. So now see, some of y'all, if I go over to my business and you're already registered and you've been there for like 2 years, we got whole communications and emails. You're not new. You're not new. I'm sorry. That's not new, friend. That's reconnecting. Okay? You're not new. You're reconnecting. When I told you my whole story already and I know your whole story already, we're not new. We're reconnecting. And some of y'all be hitting me with your real name from your username, making me think y'all new. And then I head on over to the real name and I quickly learn y'all older than me, older than dirt. You probably put the building on the building. You put the letters on the wall on the front. You've been here following me so long. I said it when I said it, how I said it, just like I just said it. Some of y'all been rocking with me so long, y'all laid the concrete to the ground. Mhm. The ground that the building's on, you put it down there. The grass, you watered it. That's how long you've been around. Like straight pillars of the foundation, straight screws in the wall, drywall, cement, door hinges, all of that. Some of y'all been around that long. Yeah, seriously. Hi, Mika. How are you, baby? Seriously, no joking. Are we ready? Y'all got no questions tonight? I know last Tuesday I did. I worked with. I think her name was Miss. Who did we help last? Remember last Tuesday we had somebody come in the box and I did her. Um, who did we have come in the box last week? Mocha and I did our individualized assessment on Tuesday. If I see her name, I don't remember it. It wasn't Michelle. She was new. It was a woman. She's from Georgia. I can't remember nothing else about her. She was sickly though. Not the lady we did on Monday with gastroparesis. The lady went last Tuesday. Wait, hold on. Hey Siri, wait, hold on. Man. Hey Siri, can you talk about the Hey Siri, can you talk about the detox tea that comes in the jar a little bit? Yeah, this one. Hold on. This old building keeps on being on. I've got to move. I'm not even going to deal with that right now because I'm live. I don't even have time to deal with that. I'm not even going to deal with it. That's irritating. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Like, so dangerous and so upsetting. Like, I'm so upset to the point where I'm like, literally want to leave my house. It's so frustrating. I'm like literally in the middle of going, like, I'm live. Why would you do that? All right. I am back. Here we go. Are you speaking of this, my darling? Are you speaking of this that goes with this? Thank you, Miss Mika. Thank you, Carol. Hi, baby. Oh, yeah, you're going to lose a ton of inches with me, baby. I'm a beast. I've lost over 280 inches all over my body. I'm definitely good at the inches. Because inches are more sustainable than pounds, right? Because pounds can be agile between water, fluid, hormone, stress, etc. Okay, this right here, I got the magic stick. What's the rest of the words? I can do something once. I can do something twice. Is it like that, right? It's like something, something, something. Okay, anyway, let me talk to you about what we got going on. This tea, this jar, has the same ingredients out that we use outside, right? It has citron, honey, lemon, ginger in it. What's the ingredients for our natural detox tea? Honey, lemon, ginger, mint, ionics. So that means if I take 2 scoops of this and 1 scoop of this with my 6 to 8 ounces of hot water, I have my, say it with me, I have my, drop it in the chat, I have my, what do I have? My detox tea, okay? So if you're wondering how I sustain my weight, y'all know I don't gatekeep this. I tell y'all all the time. Y'all the one be hollering my money, my money, my money. Y'all the one come over here with y'all money. Now I don't come to y'all like y'all come to me like my money, my money, my money, my money. And I'm sitting here literally trying to show you how to stay snatched, healthy without ripping your colon lining out for literally $20, $30. Right? This lasts right here 60 to 90 days. But you say I can't afford to get the tea. Well, how not? I went out and found a store-bought version. I'm not understanding. See, mindset is everything. Confessions bring possessions. If you keep saying you can't afford to be healthy, then you'll never be able to afford to be healthy. And as a result, you'll never get healthy. So pick your poison. Pick your poison. See, some of us want skinny. We want the lifestyle that comes with being active and moving all that, but we don't want to do the work. It's like wanting to be a rapper, but you don't want to learn how to rap, sing, dance, and breathe. It's like wanting to be an athlete, but you're not in shape. You're overweight, you're obese. You can't even sit up for past it, but you want to be an athlete. It's like having a goal, but not being willing to do the work to achieve it. If I want to be a basketball player, I have to do something. And Mashonda, hi, baby. I have to do something in it to get there, right? If I know that I'm struggling and I know it might be my stress level, my hormones, then that means I need to do something mental. And if the mental doesn't help, then it means I need to kick in and look at other stuff, supplements, herbs. Is my body missing a vitamin? Is this happening because I'm deficient? All right. Right. We talked over and over about how some of us are malnourished. We're not crazy. We're malnourished. Oh, thank you for the likes. I'll take the likes. We'll take the likes. We'll take the likes. Okay, so let's keep going. So you're going to take 2 tablespoons of this. You're going to boil your hot water. You're going to put your hot water in a cup, your 2 tablespoons of this, and then you're going to take 1 scoop of this, just 1 scoop. This has 28 servings in it. The link is in my bio. This is going to be your, you know what? when I be explaining stuff to y'all, because this is a personal TikTok, and these are personal, two of these are personal accounts. I can't tell you how to go get this because that's why I got flagged on Sunday, okay? Because I told y'all where to go get this stuff. So we're going to occasionally go to dot blind deaf mute, okay? What I mean by that is I'm a point, I'm a look, but I'm not going to say, okay? I'm a point, I'm going to look, but I'm not going to say. Blind deaf mute. When it's time for me to give y'all a resource so we don't cause any problems when we follow the rules of the communities, we're going to play blind deaf mute. I'm going to point, I'm going to look, and I'm not going to talk. And that's when you're going to know that's a tip for you. Bet? Bet. Okay. So these items are pursued only by clicking up. Only if you click up. Okay. When you do that and then go to the next destination, then it's going to give you a link that says iRise Isogenics. Okay. That's going to get you to this. This, you can get a 2-box of it from COP. I can't tell you that. Is Mona in here? Queen, I need you to be my mouthpiece. So can you tell them the 2 places we get this? Do you remember? Yep. And if you don't have one of those, we get it from and we get it from Amazarica. Yep, we're gonna get it from Amazarica if we can't get it from Costa Rica. Okay. If we can't get it from Costa Rica, we're gonna get it from Amazarica. Okay. Okay. And we're going to use 2 to 3 tablespoons. It's really sweet. So watch those tablespoons. 6 to 8 ounces of hot water. Not cold, hot water. Okay. And one of those. We're going to get that from iRise to the ISA. Okay. We're making it work. We're going to do what we need to do. We're going to get people the resources. Okay. This has ashwagandha and everything in it. This is what I call my don't smack a bitch. Excuse my language for that. I'm just telling you the truth. That's what I use it for. This keeps me from spazzing out. I talk and work with people all day. All day long, people are telling me their problems, and I mean they're big problems. And sometimes I'm overwhelmed and I'm tired. And this keeps me balanced and appropriate and prepared for my people. It also helps soften my stomach when my stomach is hardened. It also has helped me cut my cravings, increase my energy, and help with my mental capacity, stamina, and adaptability. Love it. This I've literally been using for 11 years now. This I've been using on my journey for 11 years now. Okay. A, B. Now, there's one more item. Okay. The other item is called CFL because I don't want us to get in trouble. I have to talk about that one tomorrow because I think I'm pushing it. Don't check my mods. Let me check my mods. Am I pushing it? Do you think we'll get flagged if I keep going? Because I feel like that it's kind of crazy that it comes from a store. I'm not endorsing anything. Yes, I've been with this company 11 years. Yes, this is a brand. But I'm not endorsing anything. I'm literally just showing people a way to get detox components. This actual tea, when you mix it with this, you get increased energy. Your appetite, it suppresses your appetite. This tea is literally like a liquid GOP. I'm not kidding you. If you're not careful and don't set your alarm, you can drink this in the morning. And I think Queen is here. Queen can tell you. You can drink this concoction in the morning, and at 10 o'clock at night, you might be asking people, did I eat today? It takes all thoughts, all consideration. It even suppresses your thirst center. You have to be very careful with this, okay? Very careful because it's effective and it works. This stuff has been working for me for years. Everybody that drinks it, there's three variations of this. I have 3 different variations because people have allergic to stuff. So we make sure we have one for everybody. And there's no one that has had this tea with the way I can encourage them to make it. You do 1 scoop of this, 1 scoop of Clean for Life, and 2 tablespoons of this. There is Yvonne, hi beautiful. There's nobody yet that's told me that this ain't the fire. I'm talking about women coming in, all they doing is they ain't even working no program. They just drinking my tea and coming to class and they losing 21 pounds. I'm not making it up. The people are in the live. All you gotta do is ask them. They in the live right now. See, y'all think it's because only 9 people in here that the 9 people ain't relevant, but the 9 people that are in here, some of them are actually the ladies that work my program. Okay. They work this program and they know the power of it, the effectiveness of it, and they can tell you in their own words how their own actual life has changed from them doing some of the most basic things that would blow your mind. It would blow your mind. What if I told you that some of y'all just need to take a spoon of honey in the morning? Thank me later. Yeah. Right. Like, yep. Yep. What if I told you? You can eat, you ain't on no diet. Because what happens is, yep, the line of the tummy. Yep. My daughter was able to send me my insulin. Yay! And I took it. Amen. I know because it's been out. Yeah, you've been out of your insulin for a little bit, haven't you, Taz? I'm so glad you got it. Welcome in, baby. Hi, Q. How are you? Or is it Quay? Hi, Y Barris. How are you? Stephanie. Hi, baby. I'm glad you got your insulin. Okay. So the honey, okay, lines your stomach. And many of you that have bowel issues, you're not producing some of the enzymes or dropping down the hormones and stuff that you need to for your stomach to function properly. So one of your issues, your weight gain, is really because your biliary system is off. But because let's say you might have PCOS too, our mindset might lead us to believe it's all my hormones and I can't battle it and there's nothing I can do. But the thing is, even when your hormones are causing an increase in cravings, you're the one that's going to eat, not the disease. I got that saved on Amazon. What's the name of the small one? Ionic Supreme. This link is going to be in your portal. Go to your 100 and 100 product, and this is going to be in your portal. The link to this, unless you want me to put it in the chat for the group. So you tell me which one would be easier. So I can have Mona or myself put it in the chat. So one is gonna have ashwagandha, herbs, all of that. Yes, it's the easiest. Okay, I'll do that. And then the other one's gonna cover all your natural, your ginger, your lemon, your honey, citron. That's in the jar. Okay. And then you're gonna come in with your organic ashwagandha, herbs, vegetables, vitamins in here. I'll put those together along with the Cleanse for Life. If you're looking for severe detox, then you're gonna do the Cleanse for Life with it too. And those 3 things is all you're doing. You do that once a day, and then you get on your vibration plate for 15 minutes. That system, listen to what I just said. Get up in the morning, brush your face, wash your teeth, call on the Lord. After you call on the Lord, grab your tea. And if you work, you're gonna get up early so you can do all these things before you go to work. Some of y'all don't want to get up early enough to prioritize yourself. That's why you're still stuck in the same place you are for 10 years ago. Because you're too lazy to prioritize yourself. You have no sense of self-control to get up out of that bed to do something for yourself in the morning because you're lazy. So you need to get up. You having to work and take the kids is not an excuse for me. I don't care. Because guess what? If you did, somebody else is taking them to school. So I don't care that that's your excuse. You need to get up earlier then. They got to be at school at 7, then you need to get up at 5. In order for you to get up at 5, you need to get off of TikTok at 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning, or laying up in Netflix and eating them snacks all night so you can get a good night of sleep and get up in the morning and take yourself for a walk. Meal prep your food for the day. Get yourself ready. Prepare your workout clothes for the gym. Yeah, I said it. Hi, Ellen Cooper. How are you, babe? Ellen Cooper, I need you to pick your brain about how you keep your energy up. I literally, Hey, Ellen Cooper, how you doing? Sorry, y'all, I just got a warning. That's why I was like this because I got a warning anyway. Um, I need, I need, I need to pick your brain about how you keep your energy up. I'm crashing, but I work out and eat well. Ellen Cooper, how many hours do you sleep at night? What's your stress level? I'm going to ask you questions and I want to ask you. How many hours do you sleep at night? What's your stress level? How often do you have a bowel movement? When was the last time you meditated and prayed and journaled? And how often do you meditate? Answer those questions and I can tell you why you ain't got no energy. Okay. Ellen Cooper, exhaustion is not always about drinking and eating. Exhaustion can actually be in your body or in your brain. You can have two different types of exhaustion. Still faster, still high. Meditate daily 30 minutes, 2 times a day. Okay, so that's okay. So you have some calmness. When you say you're crashing out, do you wake up feeling energized? Hi, Boogie. Hi, Chutney. You guys, we're gonna do an individual assessment if that's okay. So just take notes if anything applies to you. So just grab your pen really quick. We're gonna do a real quick assessment on Ellen Cooper. Remember on Tuesday, sometimes we do this. I have about 5 minutes and then I have to read and hop off, but I'll move fast. Yes, Chutney, you can ask me a question. Ellen Cooper, did you hear what I asked? I do a feeling technique to ask. Okay. I was asking, do you wake up with energy? Or do you crash at midday? Thank you, Janice, for doing your protein. Period. Okay. And I do a feeling tech. We do that on our team. I started at 407, 125 down to 94 today. Your question cut off. I'm losing I'm losing steam and been eating like crazy at night. I think you said I'm losing steam and your cravings have increased at night. So I'm working on it, but I still feel good till midday. Okay, so hold on, you guys. Let me just help M. Cooper and Chutney. I got you. Chutney, I'm gonna ask you a question, and this is gonna be the indicator. Have you seen any form of mindset therapeutic coach or therapist or psychiatrist for your eating? I'm not talking about the appointment that you all get before you have surgery. That's not treatment, you guys. That's called an evaluation. And you guys got to quit saying that you went to therapy before your surgery when you had one evaluation and you went to some groups. That's not therapy. I'm talking about long term intensive therapy for eaters is usually 24 months. No, Chutney, no, hold on. How can I stop the cravings? That's why I'm getting there, love bug. It depends on. So check this out, Chutney. If your cravings are from stress, loneliness, or emotional eating, is something different than you do than if your cravings are for actual food. If your cravings are being driven by loneliness, lack of a spouse or husband at night, worrying, bills, or things of that nature, that is a different type of emotional eating than if somebody who's just up bored eating. They're not the same intensity. If you're eating because you are worried about something, stressed out, or you feel lonely, that's a whole different type of severe craving than a person who's just up at night bored. And so you address them two different ways. The person that's up at night bored, that you actually can make them go to bed because they're only eating because they're bored. Thank you, Ellen Cooper. But the person who's having a real craving, I'm talking about hyper focus. There it goes. That's what I was going to say. I'm talking about a real craving where you're focused on eating and you got to have something to eat in that moment. That's actually pushing us on the side of possibly some form of addictive behavior with food, right? Because the urge becomes so overwhelming that if you don't respond, you begin to feel physiologically uncomfortable and ill. I'm in all dry all day and just did. I'm afraid to eat. I've ate one half of a. Do you have any bone broth tasks? Task, do you remember I told you to get some Himalayan salt? I need you to go in the kitchen, put 2 cubes of that Himalayan salt I had you get under your tongue. Okay? Chutney, hold on. Ellen Cooper, I wanted to finish with you. Thank you so much for the gifts. But Cooper, Ellen Cooper, I wanted to tell you something. Oh my gosh, she went from a 4 to 3. Now I was once in a 4, and there's no signs of any heart attacks in my heart. When you get healthy, your body will really start trying to heal itself. Jess, hi Jess, how are you? Your body will really start trying to heal itself. Okay, so let's get focused and let's run really quick down this list. LM Cooper, I wanted to just give you an idea to help with your energy because you already do a lot of things that I actually would encourage people to do during the day, or you're already doing them. So what I would actually ask is in the daytime when your energy crashes, I would just ask if you're eating like a rice, a potato, or a veggie that's starchy in the middle of the day, try to switch it to protein base. So try to pack your daytime with more protein when you're drinking your water to see if that you can then fortify that protein into more energy. That's one thing you can do that will help a great deal. Another thing you can do is that very tea that I just told you. 4 ounces of that is that ginger and that citron is going to give you a natural boost of energy. Okay, that's two. The third thing that you can do, since you do have so many mindset things, already on a journey, you're already knocking it out. Your low energy, it may be emotional exhaustion. A lot of people don't account for this. Sometimes we can be orthorexic, and it can be causing a form of lethargy in the middle of the day from the overexerted commitment to the journey. So that's why I talk a lot about having that balance. So, like, say, for example, when I'm on a goal, if I'm trying to, like, say, tone my legs for a trip, I may overdo it and have to pull back and catch myself because I'll begin to exhaust myself just in what I'm doing that's good for me, if that makes sense. So I have to make sure I'm keeping this consistent balance, right? Because it's not that I'm in pursuit of getting somewhere, I'm in pursuit of going everywhere. So because that's my mentality with my health and wellness, I'm constantly staying focused and keeping my options open in all areas. I'm never shutting out one thing. I'm never accusing one thing. I'm always being willing and honest and open about my journey and understanding that I'm human and I can adjust it if I need to. I can adjust it when it works best for me. All right? Does it make sense? Bored eating. Okay, so bored eating is a tricky one. So my thing is take your butt to bed. But if you can't sleep, then that's something else. True, I am still in high stress. Yeah. So I work a pretty stressful job. I run 2 companies, and it can be pretty hard. And if I'm not careful, I'll get exhausted about 4 o'clock. And it's not that I'm sleeping well. It's not that I'm not eating well, you guys. It's not that I'm not doing the stuff I need to do. It's because my body is spending so much time on 10. You get me, Cooper? I'm spending so much time up here and not a lot of time down here. So what's happening is my body, my physiological body is forcing itself to rest. It's forcing itself into that state of relaxation. Do you understand? Does that make sense? I think it's that I'm tired. Gym 4 times a week and eating only meat and veggies. I get so tired. Oh, chutney. Oh, so you're on a diet. Oh, baby, I don't. Baby, we on diet, so I don't even know what advice to give you now. You, baby, you don't know that the body needs carbs. Go Google it. Go Google what happens to people who don't eat carbs. Go Google it. Usually, when we cut out carbs because we think carbs is our problem, carbs is our problem. Is the fact that we're addicted to chewing, and emaciation is our problem. Food isn't your problem, you're the problem. But we cut out stuff thinking it's the problem because we have no self control, no self willingness, and lack of self discipline. So, what ends up happening is we have to start being honest in all those areas, right? Because potato chips are not my problem. The problem is I keep putting them in my mouth. The potato chip isn't jumping out of the bag and eating me, I'm eating it. The drive through is not coming to my house, I'm going to it. The DoorDash person is coming to my house with the food. I'm not, you understand? I'm seeking it, me. My PCOS is not calling DoorDash at 1 o'clock in the morning for KFC. I am. My endometriosis is not eating that Chipotle bowl. I am. The big gulp coffee, the big gulp Sprite, the big gulp, the double cheeseburger, extra large fry with extra sauce, apple pie, and the ice cream, and then the Diet Coke. Yeah, my lymphedema never went and got that. I went and got that. My heart attacks, three of them, it never went and got one morsel. My three strokes never went and got one morsel of food. Never, not once. The endometriosis, PCOS, congestive heart failure, diabetes, kidney failure, gastroparesis, diverticulitis, insulin deficiency, hypothyroidism. None of them ever went to the grocery store for me and brought no meals home. Never. But I did. But what I can tell you is when I was that woman in that picture, that showed who I blamed it on. That's who I blamed it on. I blamed it on my diseases, not realizing that the only reason why I had the diseases is because I was eating the way I was eating. Because I have the same diagnoses. Y'all know that? I still have a port. I'm still terminal. Losing weight didn't make me not terminal. Y'all weird. Why would y'all think that? I was dying then. I'm still dying. Y'all just think I'm not. Because I refuse to give in. I refuse to make it an excuse. I refuse to lay down on my back and let the devil step on me. That's what it is. Yeah. But this terminal over here. What you talking about? Yeah. The struggle's still real. Don't be delusional. Don't fool yourself. Don't trick yourself. See, you tricking yourself. You tricking yourself. It's all God, baby. You looking for a miracle. You're looking at one. It's all God. That's still a whole pour. I still can bleed to death right here sitting in front of you for no reason at all, period. Yeah, I understand that. See, I'm real about what I'm doing. I understand that I'm at war for my life. And that if I choose to engage in the way I used to eat and behave, that the toxins from the food that I'm eating is going to trigger this disease I live with. I understand that to the core. To the core. I understand that I am the most powerful being in my life. I am the most worthy being in my life. I am the most strong being in me. I am for me. I'm that way for me. I'm no longer in this world looking for you to validate me for me. I can do it now. I don't need to call you and ask you to pray for me before I've prayed for myself no more. I don't need for you to come check on me. I'm letting God check on me. See, when we come to this determination that we are somebody, see, that low self-esteem will have you out in these streets abusing, neglecting, and damaging your body. See, some of y'all don't even realize that obesity is a form of suicidal ideations. I'm not talking about it, TikTok. I'm just pointing out something. If a person tells you if you don't stop eating, you're gonna die, and you keep eating, what is that? If somebody tells me if you eat that, you're gonna die, and I keep eating it, what is that? I'm asking y'all. I did it too. So remember, that's hospice. So that's what y'all gotta remember. Y'all have to remember you talking to somebody who already tried to eat themselves to death. So any stone I pick up, I'm throwing it at my house, not yours. It just so happens that you're hearing me throw it at my house, and it hits your house too. That's it. See, that's what I need you to understand. I can only say these things to you because I did these things. See, you can only have awareness so deep and so raw in this thing about obesity and weight loss as if you lived it to the capacity in which I lived it. Yep. I used to watch 600-Pound Life with my daughter. I was my 600-pound life. And I would never go on that show. I disagree with that show. I think it dehumanizes, ostracizes, degrades plus size people. I do not think it's helpful. I do not think what Dr. Noun is doing is right. I think it's horribly wrong. Mm-hmm. I said it. I said it. Shut her live. Tell him about it. Tag him. And then I can sit down with him and tell him why I feel like the method in which he follows is wrong. Because I don't know about you, but 600-Pound Club been on TLC for how many years? About 20? 20 years? It's about 20 years, isn't it? Because I remember it in the early 2000s. Do y'all remember it? Y'all remember it? Y'all remember it? Okay, here's why. Did y'all ever notice that the very men standing in front of all these plus size people, degrading them, telling them how they have no self control, telling them how they're lazy and they're weak minded and they need therapy? None of y'all have ever realized that man has been fat the entire time he's been on TV. So he can get on TV because he's a white man in a white coat and degrade every person that comes in his office only because of the size of their body. But ain't nobody saying nothing to him about his big body. He's a big back. This is why I go hard on the weight loss community. So what we're saying is because he ain't that big, that he can sit around and degrade those who are bigger than him. Y'all run into a man who's been big his whole life for weight loss surgery. Make it make sense. That's why he don't send you to therapy, because he don't think you got a therapeutic problem. That's why he'll give you the surgery 4, 5, and 6, and 7 times. Girl, I know somebody that used to work in his office. A little birdie said that the counseling and stuff that's recommended is only recommended if the insurance denies the surgery and requires it. I'm not against surgery, y'all. I'm against the method they do it. Y'all know that. Y'all know I believe in surgery. You know I believe in surgery, the GLP and everything. I believe in getting all of it. Why not? God created it. Why not? I do not believe in that stuff. Yeah, I believe in it. I do. I believe, yeah. You telling me how you gonna tell a woman or a man that's been battling with their weight their whole entire life, they've tried everything, and they even are on a weight loss journey currently. How you gonna tell them that they can't go get additional help? Everybody else can. Y'all have to realize the way y'all talk. Y'all talk real crazy and real reckless around here. A person cannot like their titties, go get a boob job, and we celebrate it. A person cannot like their body and go get weight loss surgery and y'all dog them. Make that make sense. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. A person can go get titties and we want to touch them. We go try to lose weight and we get ostracized. Oh, girl, you know she had the surgery, so. But the woman with the fake booty and the fake titties, you're not saying, oh, look, she got those are fake. You're saying, oh, girl, look at her body. She look good. Oh, it's crickets. It's always crickets when I say stuff like that, though. All I'm saying is that we have to look at the weight loss and wellness in its entirety, right? If we leave out mindset, all we're doing is sending people on roller coaster rides to nowhere. We as providers, coaches, loved ones, and people that truly care about this industry and the people that are in it have to move different. We have to wake up. We have to be honest. And honesty starts with accepting the fact that obesity is a mental health issue as well as a physical issue. Obesity is a mental health issue which triggers your physical symptoms. Because when you first start emotional eating, there's no way to it. The only time emotional eating becomes a problem is when you can see it. Think about it. As long as you're emotionally eating and binge eating and door dashing and you ain't gaining weight, you good. No complaints. The minute you gain weight, the minute you get a little bit too big, then the behavior is concerning. It's not concerning enough to stop you, but it's concerning enough to alarm you. See, what we don't understand is the presentation of where we are today is a record of years of living. Many of you want it to only be, well, I need to get this 100 pounds off. But you're forgetting all the stuff you did to get to that point. You're forgetting all the neglect, the abuse, the damage, the hate that you've took that body through up until that point, baby. Your body has memory too. Your body has memory too. And because your body has memory too, it remembers the journey that you've taken it on. I had to relearn to eat from my. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm missing a ton of comments. I had to learn. Yes, yeah. Because there's a difference. There's a body craving, and then there's a emotional craving. Right? You can be actually hungry, or you can be emotionally craving, but they sound the same. Because our bodies doesn't know a carb. Your body doesn't know the difference between a carb, a calorie, or nothing. It doesn't. I mean, not a carb, a calorie. It doesn't know. It doesn't know that, right? Do you know? You guys know that, right? You know that there's nothing in your body that when you eat a piece of chicken in your stomach that says, "Oh, that's chicken. Let me break that down and get the." It's not no. It ain't no little Mexican in your stomach like "Eh, pollo yoko." No, that's not what's happening, dude. You know that, right? So this is why calorie in and calorie out is not sustainable long term, because over time the body becomes so calorically deficit that it begins to eat on the muscle tenacity and viscosity of your body. So that's why people start to get the change in the bone structure, neck lining, arms, shoulders, back, and legs. It's because the muscle that used to sit in that space is actually been disintegrating and eaten up by the over production of the acid from the starving. I'm not. I missed your comment, baby. I had to learn to eat again. I never knew that calories count and other. It's a headache. Well, it's not that. Some people do well with calorie count if they have certain types of careers around physical stuff. Like the people that do bikinis and stuff like that I know, they calorie count because that's what keeps them in show shape, right? But my regular clients, I have several thousand of them, none of them diet or calorie count, and they lose hundreds of pounds and they keep it up because we teach people how to rewire their behavior around food. See, weight loss isn't about dieting at all. It's about changing your lifestyle and having a broader understanding of what nutrition is. I once played a game where I asked people that came to their private session to name 5 vegetables. And what I did was I took away the most 5 common vegetables that people typically know, and then I asked them to name the vegetables. And when I asked them to name the vegetables, all 5 of those people named almost the identical other 5 vegetables. You know what that showed? It showed the lack of awareness, resources, and knowledge about nutrition that we all have. Two of the things everybody named, they're not even vegetables. See, a lot of times we do a lot of talking, a lot of clapping, and we claim we know so much, but really, if we were put to the test, we don't know nothing. For example, someone will tell you, oh, you should just eat a lot of spinach and bananas to increase your potassium. Somebody tell you that, right? But did you know if you have kidney problems, you're not supposed to have either one of those items? See, that's why everybody can't be putting on the same shoe. Mhm, mhm. Okay, I'm going back to the comments. Here we go. I had to relearn that, yes, calorie counting is a headache. It can be. It is. It can be. But there's ways to make it for people that work for it to work. I read what I eat and make my own if I can pronounce the first word. Yeah. Ellen Cooper. That's like everybody. It's like everybody says that. I don't even get that wrapped up into it, Ellen Cooper. I've lost 479 pounds, and I literally have not put that much brain energy into it. Because see, I'm a retired professional counselor, behavior modification specialist. I spent 23 years studying human behavior. And what I've learned about eating and human behavior, that there's certain things that you actually are contraindicative if you do them to food. Unlike many of the vices and behaviors that we have in our life, food, like breathing, your heart, you need it. Breathing, your heart, and food, you need. You don't have to be able to see to live. You don't have to be able to hear to live. You don't have to be able to talk to live. You don't need those senses to survive. You don't. But you do need your heart to beat. You need air in your lungs and you need food in your body. Them is the three things we all, I don't care what color you are, where you from, what you doing, where you been, we all need those. Okay. Because we all need those three things, here is the trick. For the rest of your life, these are things that you'll need. Which means if I attach something to the rest of my life that is unable to be duplicated or sustainable, I'm just on a rolling hamster wheel. Because eventually I'll need to find something else because it's not sustainable. This is why we keep everything simple and basic. 3, 2, 1. We do not calorie count. We do not diet. We do not track unless you have a food issue, meaning you've been diagnosed with certain diagnoses, and we track for the purposes of relapse and stability. We don't count. My girls don't rip and run to the gym, but they lose weight. And you may say, how? Because we start with their mindset. What happens is they begin to want to walk, to take their kids to the park, to travel. They become more active. Because we work in mindset, they begin to get a desire to want to know more about nutrition, about food, about eating good. What does that mean? What does it look like? How do you do it? Because of the mindset, they understand that everything is all in the power of God, and all they have to do is keep showing up. Because of the mindset, they understand that even if today I'm too big to even lift my legs, if I keep showing up and doing the exercises that are given to me, that I'm going to be able to walk too, just like I did. You see, those are tubes in my body. This is my deathbed. You see, I was dying. I didn't have a discussion of living again. My discussions were all how I was going to die, how I was going to be buried, where were they going to bury me. The food brought me to the doorway of my own death by choice. Because the pain that I had experienced, left untamed, left uncatered to, left uncontrolled, ran riot. I'm going to say that again. The pain left uncatered to, left unaddressed, ran riot. LM Cooper, I be learning from you. What you talking about? But LM Cooper, I've been doing it so daggone long. I was doing it before there was any TikTok. The other day, somebody shared one of my old Facebook videos, and I had to say, who is that? She said, that's you, Coach. I said, that is not me. She said, this video was on my phone from 2016. And in that video, I'm actually talking about taste aversions and chewing. And at the end of the video, I say, if you don't get this chewing together, you're going to be looking back at this video in 10 years and still struggling. And that girl sent me that video. It's been 10 years and she's still struggling. Because you know that we can get addicted to what's happening in our mouth. Do y'all understand that? So chutney, you know that you might have an addiction to emaciation and chewing, my love. People who eat for boredom and stress also realize that the chewing calms them down and makes them feel loved and wrapped in a warm blanket. Because you have an emotional connection to when you chew, you have to sever the bond between those two first. And then after you sever the bond between those two first, you have to figure out why you ever start eating it. People don't just eat because they're bored. Something initiated you believing that eating is for boredom. Do y'all understand what I just said? Hey, K-Mos, did y'all just understand what I just said? So what happens is you don't just, like a child just doesn't wake up at 7 and decide, oh, I'm bored, let me go get chips. No, the body gets a message at some point that food is a way to calm it. And because boredom can be perceived as a form of anxiousness, your brain will tell you to go chew. Do you understand? So because the brain, right? Remember we have brain hunger, body hunger. Okay? Because the brain can trigger a response. And without your permission, you can get up and go do it. These are things that can kind of answer those questions if we are becoming alarmed about our eating habits, our behaviors, and our actions around food, right? If we've done all we can do and the result is still seeming to kind of, oh, chutney, I can't even tell you how to get there, baby. Yes, I do. Am I allowed to even say click the link in my bio, or is that gonna give me flash too? Can I say click the link in my bio because y'all keep asking, but I don't want to get in trouble because that's why I had to change the way I was talking y'all because I've got flagged 3 times this time we've been talking. And I don't want any problems. Remember, this is our backup page. They already took our right from us. Remember? This ain't even our 60,000 page. This is our page with 1,000 followers. We already see. Somebody said, don't do it. They watching me like a hawk. Okay. Now, if you're new here, you'll quickly learn that because I'm the GOAT, we got haters. Okay. Yep. I'm the guru. I'm good at this. I'm really good. But I put a lot of work and effort into it too. Sometimes when I'm live, people will report the live as not so positive. And even though we know that's not the case, we try not to worry about it. We say a prayer for them and we send them good wishes. So while we've been live for the last 45 minutes, we have gotten 2 warnings and we don't want to get any more. So I'm going to let my moderators give you guys directions on how to get your consultations, okay? If you're wondering, okay, what am I talking about? First and foremost, my name is Coach Kenya. The picture in the back is me. I used to weigh 592 pounds. I was able to lose my weight naturally. However, I am a reverse gastric bypass surgeon and gastric bypass patient from 2013. My procedures was reversed, and unfortunately, because I do have a food addiction, I did eat my way to 500 pounds in less than 10 months. Today, I admit that. I didn't know what's the other page because this one doesn't have anything in the book. Yeah, I know. Now I know. You need the other page. That's what I was trying to say, but it won't let me live chutney. Chutney, it won't let me be, baby. The other page is Coach Kenya Elliott without the 2.0. Both of those profiles are mine, mommy. That's the one you're gonna go. On TikTok, Coach Kenya Elliott, no 2.0. It's gonna be a photo of before and after of me. I'm going to have on a red 2-piece, a red sports bra, and some red leggings. And I'm going to be in an orange dress. My before picture is going to be in an orange dress. When you see that, you're welcome, baby. And the consultation is free. You guys, I have free consultations. Remember, don't forget last week, we launched our brand new GLP-1 NAD and peptide program. You can now get doctor supported enhanced medical weight loss with myself and a physician and our new medical team. I have linked arms with a medical team that's going to be directly helping me and my clients achieve our goals no matter what the method is. I've always preached to you guys on my platform. We support every form of weight loss and wellness. We do not sit out here and make nobody feel guilty about their choices. We support them and we give them tools to be successful, which is what the enhanced level of 12-week program is. It is an opportunity for you to get everything you possibly need to succeed for your weight loss and wellness journey. This particular program not only includes 1 to 2 times a week one-on-one session, it concludes group sessions 4 days a week, your meal plans, your workouts, your meditation, your mindset, and it includes 12 weeks of the GLP-1 NAD peptides, the hormone for detox. Look, I can't even say it. It's tongue tied. I have all of those available. We wanted to work with people who had already kind of tried everything and they were at a point where they needed everything to be in one place. After 2 straight years of coaching many of you on TikTok here who were working with the GLP-1 from other locations, I was not aware that they didn't have any form of therapeutic emotional program for you guys in order to be able to keep the weight off. I was under the impression, because I'm a therapeutic mindset coach, that people were getting therapy and they were going to groups and they were getting these daily check-ins and this weekly support, and they were talking to them about symptoms and side effects and long-term. So my mind is thinking that all of these things are happening, only to learn, sadly, from one of my clients who told me. She told me, and she looked me in my eye and said, "Coach, they're giving it out like Tylenol. What are you talking about?" Nobody's done any of that for me, because I was telling her all the things that I had been doing for some of the ladies I was working with. And she said, "Coach, nobody's done any of that for me." I said, "Well, how you plan on having long-term results then?" I said, "Don't you want it to stay gone forever?" And she's like, "Yeah." I said, "So when are you going to start working on it then?" She says, "They don't teach you none of that." I said, "I don't understand." She said, "Yeah, they just give it to you because you're supposed to be on it for the rest of your life, like blood pressure medicine. But if the research studies show that it damages your body for long-term use, then why would we not have a backup plan?" Hmm. So that's where we came. That's how we came about. Okay. That's how iRise Transformation Coaching Firm became a full 100% functioning physician backed wellness program. Why? Because the disparity for color and minority women in the services availability were about 5%, meaning 5% of our population have access to something that's what they need and that's affordable with payment options. I wanted to be able to give all of that to my people. And I did. And I do. Clock that T. And I do. Mhm. It ain't nothing I need to say after that. Yes, my services do include coaching. My clients actually see me. Many of the ladies in the live right now, they're actually my one-on-one clients. Mocha, Mona, Queen. If you ask them, they'll tell you. Anytime you're in the live and you want somebody else to talk to you about me, you can just ask the girls. Don't worry, I don't threaten them to lie for me or anything. At any rate, I tell them to tell you the truth, because I'm not easy. Y'all think we over having a party. These people is over here stressed out. This is hard because it's not a diet. See, dieting is easy because all you got to do is do the habits and you get results. But working on your mindset, dealing with your traumas and the reason why you even eat, that's just hard. It's just hard. It's not easy. They have like 289 lessons. It's like going to school. Today, one of our new babies said, "We got homework." All the other girls just looked at her because they old. And everybody. I say all the time, it's in school. Huh. We going deep. All that we don't know about no surface level. Surface level. What's that? What is surface level? Who gonna get free on the surface? Who gonna get free on the? Can't nobody get free on no surface. I think they're hiding your page from you because it's not. You know what? You are probably right. Let me show it to you. Oh, because I'm not liked on this app at all. I literally had to start this page because there's 3 big content creators that do something similar that I do, that literally my people have caught their people reporting my live. That's how sad it is. So we try to come over here, help the people, and don't cause no problems. So let me show y'all the page. Not that it works, but they still be reporting my butt. I'm gonna type the hold on, I'm gonna share it in the, I'm gonna share the link. Let me see. How do I go to, hold on, y'all, I'm coming. Let me share the link, okay? I don't even know if it'll let me share that link, but it might. But I'll type my username in too. Let me see if it comes up when I search myself. See the level of hate is horrible. Like this crazy. Y'all see the person right here in the live that says Coach Kenya just joined. Say hi. Can y'all see that? Hi, Mildred. You guys were going to get to the reading. Just let me get the girls together. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. Yep, they shot. I'm blocked. They like making it like I can see my page. I see that I have 312,000 likes and 61,000 followers. I have over I think it's 1,400 videos on my page. Like that's how long I've been on TikTok. Like I've been viral for years. I'm like not like new at all, but we ain't gonna even waste our energy on it. Let's just get the people where they need to be so I can help the people that need help. That's what I do, how I tell myself. I try not to, I'm not a content creator. I don't know why people work so hard. That's not what I do, you guys. I am not a content creator. Have you not seen my posting habits? They suck. I am not out here in these streets trying to go viral. I'm not out in these streets trying to become a content. I promise you I'm not. I don't have the mindset for it. I don't even have the strategy for it. I want to help people get healthy. So that's what I post about. That's all I got for you. I don't got the other stuff for you, okay? So you're not in competition with me. You might be in competition with somebody, but it's not me. I promise you. You wasting your energy over here because I ain't even trying to do it, baby, okay? I'm trying to come over here, help the people that need help and mind my own business. So don't worry about me, y'all. I'm not competing with nobody, okay? We ain't gonna compete with nobody. Okay, no, it doesn't show. Do your happy dance to Scott? I know my happy dance. Get it. Hey, 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 shake the devil off. 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 Shake. Ashley, you already following me over there. I told you you've been stalking me. When y'all actually go into my business and make an appointment, you know, I go research y'all. And some of y'all been following me for a long time. That would take like 80 years to sign up. Chutney, thank you. Chutney, make sure you get over there. I want you to book that. I should see your name in a minute, Chutney. That it should message me that you went with Mocha. Can you give Chutney the blah 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 where she can book an appointment like you did? Yeah, Ashley, you've been stalking me. I told you I was calling the police on you for stalking me for 2 years like that. I already told you that, Ashley. I said, Ashley, when you finally said yes, I said, Ashley, I went back to our chat and it looks like I've been talking to you for a long time. She said, you have, coach. You didn't want to tell me that in our consultation that I already knew you. That's how they do me, y'all. They would be following me for years, already know me. They might have told me, oh, coach, can I stay connected? And I say, yeah, come on over here. Get in here. You can stay. Come on. When you ready, I'm here. That's what I tell them. I say just that. I say that. I say, when you ready, I got you. That's what I tell them. So Ashley was ready. But remember in the chats and the threads, you can only see what we recently said. So all I could see was, I'm ready, coach. And so I responded, let's get it. Not thinking. So we talk and I go through a regular intake like she a new person, everything. And it's something, I don't know if it was her name or it was her story. And I kept saying, why her story sound like that girl I met from the TikTok with the little boy? So I got to dive. I got to figure out if this is the lady because everybody's story can't be this much the same. So I get to dive and I say, you know what? She got two profiles. I combined the profiles and indeed, it's the same Ashley I've been talking to. So when she finally come to class, I said, Ashley, are you the Ashley from like 2 years ago? She gonna giggle. Giggle. She giggled, y'all. Like I said, so it's you? You the same? She's like, yeah. I'll give you another story. My sorority sister Yvette's cousin Brittany. I know Brittany from my other sorority sister, Jasmine. Okay. Brittany has been following me for 5 years. Even before her cousin, Yvette, who's my sorority sister, we all sorority sisters, okay? Just for our story. Knew me. Okay. Brittany been knowing me. So when Brittany came to join the 100 and 100 challenge, y'all, I didn't know who she was. She kept emailing me and texting me. And I was like, I kept saying, baby, did you pay? So one day she was like, Coach, I pay. This is Brittany. She wrote her whole name out. I said, oh my God, this is Brittany from Louisville. Well, she lives in a small town, but more to the story is I finally figured out who it was. So what I did was then go to the search bar and I typed in Brittany and her last name, 2019, right before COVID. I was on prayer line with her and Jasmine. So that just kind of goes to show how, if you're here, if I follow on your FYP page, if I say something that touches your heart, that sounds like you, that grabs you, it's because the space is for you. Because 9 times out of 10, if I land in your space, it's all God, none of me. Because I only go live once a day. I only post once a day. I have other stuff that I'm doing. So when I do interact on the app, it's typically, okay, it's typically, hear me out. It's typically because I'm working already. Because I'm working already, right? So I want I want you to be realistic in your journey and not have unreachable expectations of yourself, right? What I mean by that is I know what I'm good at, right? I know that I am not a content creator, but I know I'm one of the best therapists that many people have ever worked with. I'm retired now, but I'm still pretty good. I also know that I spent many years studying certain types of behaviors to become knowledgeable about what I know. I put in the work. But I know that I'm not good at posting, making good hashtags and all that. But I know about wellness, weight loss, and how to keep it all. So I just choose my craft. My craft just happens to not really be what they wanted to be on here. I'm saying all that to say, I love what I do. This isn't my side hustle. This isn't my gig to get some coins. I'm not trying to come up on your story. That's not what we do at iRise. As I told you when I started, that's my deathbed. 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 Okay? I don't have no videos to show you of me walking in the gym when I made up my mind and decided I wasn't never turning back. What I have you is a photo of me giving up in the hospital bed. That's what I have for you. Hi, Valerie. So please know when I'm sharing and giving, I'm giving because I want you to get it because I never, ever, ever want someone else to be able to tell this story. I don't want nobody else to be able to tell that story, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and hop off because it's getting a little late. But I don't want anyone else to fall sick from an ailment, have a lot of unfinished emotional business, and end up laying in their bed eating themselves to death. Was I afraid? I think I was so broken and so desperate that I didn't have any room for fear. Yeah, I was so broken that I didn't have any room for fear because I believed them. They told me I was going to die. So I did things that the dead people do. I did the things that dead people do when they're about to die. I planned my funeral. I bought a casket. I got applied. The funeral home came in and let me pick it, and I wrote my eulogy. And we had a bag packed of what I was going to wear and who was going to do my nails and hair. I mean, um, I wasn't afraid to die because I was no longer living. So I was already dead. Yeah. You know, the funny thing about death, when you're already dead, you're not afraid to die. That's the one thing people don't get about certain choices people make in life. They'll say, I don't understand how they could do that. But I do. Because when the mind and the body already are not existent, and the shell becomes too unbearable to live in, the person already feels like they're dead. So taking that last action isn't hard to do, because all they're doing is validating what they already have felt. When I'm working with survivors of that particular issue, of those who've unalived themselves, these are hard conversations I have to have with them, because when we're in pain, it's difficult to see that the other person was also in pain. It's difficult to see that they were outside sinning in the rain and we didn't know it. It's difficult to see that even if we knew, they didn't want your help. It's difficult. It's hard, because it's not like we can go back and change it. Um, and so as we're doing the work, this is how we begin to see these connections and how they got related to food. How the loss of that person can dwindle its way over to me eating to feel better, to avoid the sadness. Do you understand? It's that easy. Girl, I prove them doctors dead wrong. It's like that easy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like they say the power of life and death is in the tongue. But actually the power in life and death is in your next thought. The power of life and death, they say, is in the tongue. The Bible says it. But life has shown me and proven to me from stories after stories that life and death is in the power of your first thought. If you think about the first thought you have in the morning when you wake up, when that thought is negative, what type of day you have? When that thought is positive, what type of day you have? Okay? Link them up. All right, Melanie Beatty said, she said, y'all know on Tuesday nights when I have to do the 45-minute live after working all day, sometimes I'll be like, oh my gosh, am I gonna have the same? Because after I worked all day, sometimes I'm emotionally like drained. I'll be like, am I gonna have anything powerful for them, Lord? So what I'll start doing is, if I get off my call with my client, I'll go ahead and pray, cut my music on, and get my mind back, in the game. All right, here we go. Here we go. Today's the 21st. Okay. That's so good. So true. Master. Yeah, because look, so think about it. If I wake up and think to myself, I'm so tired of being big, my life sucks, then all I'm going to be harping on all day is how big I am. Because I've set the tone for my brain to go to that thing all day. But if I wake up and say, no matter what, I'm getting up, no matter what, I got this, no matter what, I'm out of here, no matter what, I got this. And then you jump up and get it. They gonna be fire. They going to be fire. Telling you. Sometimes I'm tired and I'll lay down and I'll feel myself mopey. Like, oh my God, there's so much to do. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? It's so much. And I'll give myself about 7 minutes of that. About 7 minutes. On the 6th minute and 52 seconds, I stand up. On the 6th minute and 54 seconds, I stretch every limb of my body. On the 6th minute and 59 second, whatever it was, I'm done dealing with it. Let's go. We got 7 minutes. You got 7 minutes to fall apart, get back up, fall apart, get back up. You got 7 minutes to do it. You can do a lot in 7 minutes. You can be a victim for a whole 7 minutes, but after that, you are a victor. After that, you are a winner. After that, you are a thriver. After that, you are a survivor. After that, you are known of getting up, honey. After that, we get up. We don't stay down. As a matter of fact, we go as far as falling down on our back so we can look up to get up. We don't even fall forward no more. We falling backwards. We ain't falling forward. Forward ain't got nothing on us. We falling backwards. I can't see my higher power if I'm looking down. But I can see Jesus. I can see my God in heaven. I can see the angels around me. If I just happen to fall back so I can look up, and then in that moment, I can go on and get up. I'm going to fall backwards. I don't know about y'all. Some of y'all want to fall on your face, but I'm going to go ahead and fall backwards. And on my way back, I'm going to make sure I don't hit my head, since the most important part of my brain is that temporal lobe back there. Is that the occipital? I can't remember right now. Temporal. Occipital. I think the occipital is back here. Mandibular. That's the ball. What is this? I'm going through all the biological terms and I cannot get the one for the back of my head. It don't matter. Let me not get distracted. All I was trying to say is the moral to the story is if I'm falling back, I can get up. Why would I want to fall forward? More or less fall at all. But shall I fall? Don't I want to fall where I can see? Because if I fall down and I can see to get up, then at least I have hope. At least I have some sense of, you know what, I can go somewhere. Have you ever looked down? You got to stop eventually, right? Have you thought about that? It's made of concrete. Amen. Have you thought about that? Let's follow me here. Super grown, thank you. Follow me. Have you ever thought about the fact that when you look down to the floor, it's something that stops your vision, right? Y'all know I get deep every now and then. We about to go there. Right? It's the floor. It stops you. Like you look down there, and then what happens is after a while, you can't look no further because it's something right there stopping you from looking further. Are you? Who's got me? Who with me? You with me? Y'all with me? Get on the bus. We're going to get on the bus real quick before I read. If I look down, there is a blockage of how far my vision can go. Did y'all hear me? I catch you. I caught it. Okay, I caught it. Okay, here we go. Let's ride. Because if I'm looking down and there's a blockage in my vision and where I can go, then it makes sense if I walk around with a blocked image of my possibilities because I'm always looking down. If I stay looking down, then I'm limited on my thinking. I'm limited on my believing. I'm limited on my doing, and I'm limiting God on what he can do for me because I'm looking down. I got limitations if I look down. Ooh, wait a minute. But if I look up, it's endless possibilities. It's endless possibilities. Hey, guess what? My negative Anna went from negative to positive and my rheumatoid. Congratulations. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Play away. Let's go. Knock it out. Congratulations. Okay, you guys. If you guys don't know who Payway is, they've been in my life a ton of times. She comes all the time, and she always tells me how things are going. So last time, well, it's been a while, I gave her some stuff, and she's been doing her own thing, and she's on it. Congratulations. I'm so excited. You guys, when you guys come back and tell me that it's working for you, I'm excited for you. Because remember, that's me. And I know what real suffering is. And I don't want nobody want that. Like, do you know what it's like to stink and not be able to wash yourself? See, y'all don't want me to really talk about it. Y'all don't really want it. Y'all don't really want it. Because if you wanted it, if I really gave it to y'all, everybody would be in the gym. Everybody would be in a surgeon. I could tell you some things you don't even want to know. You don't even want to know. You don't want to know. Let's just say where we are. So if I look down, I'm limited. I'm limited. There's a limitation on me if I'm looked down. But if I look up, the sky is limitless, which means I'm limitless, which means the situation that I'm in has no limits, which means if I think I've lost, I've only lost that version of that situation because it's limitless. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't know what I'm talking about. Because my God is limitless. It's like driving down the road and it's a road closure. And everybody all only knows about the one way to go when the road is closed. But you know about another way to go. And only a few people know the other way to go. So y'all all decide to go that way together. Because it's limitless. Because it says when one door closes, another, what does it say? Didn't it say another one opens? Didn't it say something about a window and then a door? It didn't. It said something, the Bible, he said it, didn't it? If that's the case, why would it not be your case? Because see, if I'm falling back, because if I already know in life I gotta fall, if I already know in life I gotta fall, then why not fall backwards so I can look up to get up to the limitless options of me overcoming whatever battle I was facing in the first place? What if I don't even gotta fall down? What if I can look down and step over it? I'm just putting it out there. I ain't talking about nothing. I be talking sometimes and it don't even be about nothing. I'm just letting somebody know that one of y'all was laying on y'all face. Okay. One of y'all have fallen down forward. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, baby. But I need you to fall backwards so you can get up and stand up and stay up. And to the woman in one of these lives that has fallen down over and over and over, you won't fall anymore. You may kneel down, but you will never fall again. I declare and decree that for you. You won't fall no more. You will not fall anymore. You may kneel down, but you are done laying down. You are done laying down. You are done laying down. You are no longer a doormat, a floor mat, a car mat, or a store mat. Get up and stay up. Melanie Beatty says, on October the 21st, we're almost done with October, you guys. Melanie Beatty says, learn to nurture and be nurtured. It was a quiet morning. I was holed up in a hotel room at the mouth of Bryce Canyon working on this book, working on my life. I stayed in bed for a while thinking, pondering, wondering. Finally, I got up. I went to the restaurant for coffee and a roll. Then I went for a drive. Soak up nature, I've told myself. This journey is a living meditation. I drove into Bryce Canyon Park, letting the massive stones, the colors, and the spirals, the eternity of the canyon touch me, heal me, soothe my soul. An hour later, when I felt calmer and more energized, I got back in the car and headed for the park exit. Several cars were jammed up. I wondered if there had been an accident. Then I saw why the others had stopped. A mother deer was standing on the side of the road, gently muzzling her fawn. She stood by her offspring's side, protecting and nurturing. Many of us barely remember a mother's nurturing love. Some of us do, with fondness and joy. Many of us have experienced the great gift of nurturing and loving our children, a joy that opens our heart in a way little else can. Some of us have learned to give and receive nurturing in other ways, to people outside of our immediate families. But most of us, along the way, have learned the gift, the wonder, the awe, and the healing blessing of nurturing. Giving and receiving is a continuous cycle, a necessary part of the road to the heart. Learn to nurture others, nurture and love yourself. The whole universe will rally around you and help. Others will applaud your efforts and learn from them. The way the passerby stopped and get to gaze on the deer and her fawn. Celebrate the power of nurturing. Release its gentle love. It rests inside each of us, waiting to be seen, appreciated, and brought to life. Celebrate the power of nurturing. Melanie Beattie, Journey to the Heart. I love this woman. I like follow her on Instagram and everything because I love what she writes about. I love that she's a codependent codependency author. She talks about codependency, and that's a lot of us don't even know that that's some of our problems. And that's one of the things I had to learn is that I was very codependent in a lot of areas, and in a lot of ways it was inappropriate. And so I had to spend a lot of time getting healthy from that. Yeah. Okay. Any questions about tonight's reading? That's all I have, guys. We're done. We did our hour. We did our 1 hour. We did our justice. We did our 1 hour. We did our justice. So remember, tomorrow on Wednesdays, it's only a 20-minute live. So Wednesdays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, we do the long ones. Okay? All right, guys. I'm out of here. May God bless you and keep you out. Team My Rise, thank you for rocking with Coach. I love you guys. You give me a reason to keep doing what I do. Thank you, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. Shouts out to you and wishing you massive wellness and health. And may God bless you all and keep you.